This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, hi, my name is Maya, and yes, I am back in my original filming area. I am officially back in my room after everything that has just happened over the last couple of days, and yes, still no Grayson yet also, so hopefully soon we will be having this little boy. Fingers crossed, the end of this weekend, he will be here. But anyways, today I decided to sit down and do a story time with you guys. I apologize if I move my camera a little bit throughout the video, trying to get it to be a good angle and everything. Kind of trying to get back into doing my videos and stuff after being super duper busy the last couple of days, so bear with me also with that. But anyways, I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys and do a story time about something that happened very recently actually, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right on with the story. So if you don't follow me on social medias, then you obviously don't know what social medias I have. I have Snapchat, Instagram, and Musical.ly. Those are the only three social medias that I give out. I obviously have other social medias, but I don't follow fans on them. They are strictly just for family and friends and just my personal accounts basically. So if you follow me on Musical.ly, you know that I brought this up. So I decided to do a story time on it because it's actually a story that I thought would be interesting to tell you guys, and it's also something that I'm still very peeved about and all of that. But basically, this is the story about a girl on my Musical.ly live. So if you don't follow me on Musical.ly, I really definitely suggest that you do that, because I do go live a lot on my Musical.ly, especially right now. I have been going live quite a bit throughout the day. Even if they're short lives, I do come on to talk to you guys whenever I'm cleaning or something. I go live and everything like that, so I have been trying to go live a lot more before Grayson comes, because I know that it's gonna be hard to do a lot of things after Grayson is here, and I won't be able to go live as often or do everything like that very often. But basically, this story is going to be talking about a girl who came onto my live and was very rude, and then just it all exploded and she kind of started to act like a victim and everything like that. If you do follow me on Musical.ly and you join my lives, you know that I'm a very nice person. I try to talk to as many of you guys as possible, and I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. But when I do get busy and I don't pay attention to my comments very often, it's kind of hard. I try to sit down and then go back through them, but I just get so many comments and questions on my lives throughout the night. I do know some people get kind of frustrated and think that I'm ignoring them, but I'm really not ignoring anybody on my live. I can say that to a very great extent. I don't ignore anybody unless I absolutely have to ignore them, or they're just being annoying or something like that. That is the only time that I ignore people, is if they're being rude, annoying, spamming, all that kind of stuff. You guys, if you guys do follow me and go on my lives, you know that's the only time that I do that. And when I do kind of stop answering comments for a little bit, I'm busy. So you guys, I tell you guys that all the time on my lives. I'm always oh sorry, I kind of forgot that I was on live. I was kind of focused on something, and you guys always normally understand. So every once in a while I will get the typical hater on a live who decides to sit there and criticize me and tell me that I'm too young to be a teen mom, or too young to have a baby, and that basically just start smack talking me and basically saying that I'm not a fit mother and everything like that. And I don't mind that they go after me. Let me just say that. I don't mind that haters go after me and tell me that I'm going to be a bad mom, or that I shouldn't have a baby, or whatever their opinion is. That's their opinion. I don't really care what their opinion is. It's what they think, and obviously their opinion is not true in my eyes. I'm going to be 18 soon. I don't think of myself as a child anymore. I'm a adult, almost pretty much am an adult. I've done so much for my kid, and if I didn't want to be a good mom, I would not have sacrificed as much as I have for my son, so they can just run their mouths and everything like that. But the thing that really irritates me the most is when people go after Grayson, and they do. I have had nobody go after Grayson specifically, but this girl decided to go after Grayson. And let me tell you guys, I was not the only one that was mad about that. I told Alan that what the person had said about Grayson and everything, and boy oh boy did Alan want to blow his gasket. He was so mad that somebody would have said this about Grayson, and it was totally uncalled for. They were being very, very immature, and honestly, it actually blew my mind that somebody would have the nerve to sit there and say that about somebody else's child. So to start out, basically this girl joined the live and was, I can't really remember like what she first started off saying. She said something rude. I cannot remember what exactly she said that was rude. So I kind of like told her to knock it off and to stop fighting and everything with people, because I didn't want fighting on my lives. Like, that's not something I want to deal with or see in the comments and everything on my lives. So I told them to stop, and that she needed to stop and everything like that. And so she then flipped the card around and started to act like the victim. And what I mean by this is she basically took any like worst scenario that she could possibly come up with and tried to act like that was how her life was. So basically what I mean by that is she was trying to make her life seem like it was the worst of the worst, when really, if you were to go and look on her account, you would notice that a lot of the things that she was trying to say about her life were not true. She was sitting there telling me that she ran away and that she had no roof over her head, or that she didn't have a mother or anything like that. But when you could clearly see she had a roof over her head, she had not run away, nothing like that had happened. Like, just overall you could just tell that she was lying to get attention. And she just continuously went on and on and on. After she continued to go on and on, she said something that was not only like a very bad thing to say on a live, but it was also something that was very triggering to say on somebody's live. And I'm going to put a trigger warning kind of like right now. This does involve suicide and stuff like that, so I do want to talk about that and say if this is going to trigger you, I don't think you should watch this, or else skip forwards to past this part so that you don't get triggered or anything. I don't want to cause any triggering. But basically this girl just like sat here and basically told me that she was going to go slit her wrists because we were apparently being mean to her, when really we were just telling her that she needs to stop lying about serious things that do actually happen in people's lives. And that was like something that's really serious to me, when people lie about things that aren't actually happening in their life just to get attention. Like, it's not okay, because there are actually people out there that are going through the things that she was saying and joking around about going on in her life, when clearly they weren't that those things weren't happening in her life. It was very, very like upsetting to me that she would bring up something like that, because there are kids out there that don't have their parents in their life, or they have been taken away from their parents, or they don't have a roof over their head. Like, there are actual people out there that have to deal with that on a daily basis, and it's not okay to joke about. Like, that's not something to joke about just to get attention from somebody. Like, that's why I was so like telling her that she needs to stop and knock it off. So when she did start bringing up suicide and stuff like that, it really started to not only trigger, like, overall just being triggering, it actually was triggering to me, because I've had really rough experiences. I've had very bad depression. I have everything like that, basically. Just overall, everything that she was saying has been a part of my life, and for her to sit there on my live and say that she was going to kill herself because of me and everything like that, it really, really triggered me, because I have had people who have talked about that because of me, because they apparently thought I was being rude to them and everything. So it was very triggering, and it was starting to get me to have, like, not necessarily anxiety or depression to start up, but like panicky. I did report her the second that she started to say that stuff and said that she was threatening self-harm and injury on herself and everything like that. I immediately did that, because that is, again, it's not something that you need to joke about on somebody else's life. That is a super, super serious topic that nobody should joke about. That is a very serious topic. So many kids die from suicide that it's not a topic to joke about. It's not something to bully somebody about. It's not something to joke about. Like, it is a very serious topic. And basically, she was just bringing up every single bad topic that she could think of to start up stuff. And it is very, very sad that she had to do this. And I also want to say something. I don't know how old this girl was. I'm guessing that she was over the age of 13, because you do have to be over the age of 13 to have Musical.ly to even make an account. If she's under the age of 13, she probably lied about her birthday. Now, another thing I want to stress, if you are under the age of 13 and you are on Musical.ly, don't think that I am shaming you for being on the app either. There are a lot of people out there who are under the age of 13 who have made a Musical.ly account and are super duper nice and are on there just to have fun, just like any of us who are over the age of 13 who have the app. We do get it. You are here wanting to have fun, you are nice and respectful, but the people who are under the age of 13 being immature and are just on the app to hate on others and basically just trying to get people's accounts taken down, those are the types of people that we don't like. That is rude. Like, if you're going to have social media, be mature about it. Don't try to be the type of person who's like, I'm going to ruin everybody's account. Like, a lot of us have worked hard for what we've gotten for our accounts. I've been on Musical.ly for probably like 6 years now, maybe. I can't even remember. It's been that long. So it's very hard when little kids who aren't supposed to be on the app are on there just for hating. But I do like all of my fans who are under the age of 18, under the age of 13 and are supportive. I do love all of my fans on Musical.ly. Alright, now that that is over with, let's get back into the story. So basically, after she had started to talk about suicide and saying that she was going to do everything that she possibly could to die because she hated her life, and that we were like, she was just basically acting like the victim when literally she was going after everybody. And we were just trying to all stand up for ourselves. Basically, we were telling her that she needs to knock it off or get off the live because she was not making it a healthy environment. In my page, I try to be as family friendly and safe as possible, because there are a lot of people, I have come to notice a lot of my fans do look up to me and do come to me for help when they are in need and just are struggling and just want help. So obviously, I want to be the type of person who can be there for everybody. So basically, after she decided to stop playing the victim card, she decided, alright, let's go after the child that's not even born. And let me tell you guys, I don't think anybody on my Musical.ly has seen me as mad as what they saw me when she said what she said. Because if anybody who was on my live that day and is watching this video, you probably noticed that I went from being in a very, very good mood to being a don't mess with me kind of person. Like, my full-on bitch came out because she messed with my kid. And what she said was definitely not an acceptable thing to be saying to anybody, because you don't know what they've been through in life. You don't know what they've lost in their life. That you don't know what has happened to them before. So the fact that she had the actual nerve to say this about my son, she must have some really big balls to think that she could go up against me and not get her ass handed to her. So basically, she decided to go after me after I told her to knock off what she was doing and to get off my live. She basically looked at me, or well, technically she was looking at me because she was on my live. She had the nerve to look at me and say, "I hope your son dies." I'm still very, very royally mad about that, because never, ever, 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 no matter how much you hate a person or dislike a person, should you ever tell them that you hope that their child dies, because you don't know if they have lost a kid before this child that they just had. You don't know who they've recently lost. You don't know what kind of struggles they've had in their life, and just overall, you should not be telling somebody that you hope that their child dies. Like, how would she feel if somebody sat down and told her that they hope that her child died? Like, it's not funny. It's not. Like, and I don't know what she expected from me. I don't know if she thought that I would sit there and cry and act like a total whine ass or anything, but I'm telling you right now, I did not cry. My hormones, I might be hormonal and I might cry over the littlest things, but let me just tell you, this did not make me cry. This made me mad, because nobody messes with my kid. Nobody. Like, Grayson is my world, just like Alan's my world. I stand up for both of them just the same as I would either one of them. So if somebody goes after Grayson, I'm gonna knock their ass out. Somebody goes after Alan, I will knock their ass out. Either way, both of them are mine. Like, I'm going to protect both of them with my life. Obviously, I have to protect Grayson. He's a newborn, not even born yet. And that's another thing that made me even more mad, is that she had the nerve to say that she hoped Grayson died before he's even born. Like, there's so many women out there that have had miscarriages, and it's a very hard, long process to go through a miscarriage. It's not fun, and it's very hard on somebody. It's not fun, so I don't think she would very much like it if she had a miscarriage or somebody told her that they wished that her child died. So yeah. So basically, after she said that, I contacted Musical.ly. I reported her again for harassment and just bullying overall, and I told Alan what she was doing, and Alan came on the live. I don't think he talked to her or anything, because I'm pretty sure that after she wrote that comment, she instantly left because she didn't want to deal with how I was going to talk to her or anything. No, actually no, I remember now. She didn't leave right away after she said that. When I started to call her out for what she said, what she did, she had the nerve to sit there and tell me to shut up and not to talk to her, basically. And I was like, no, I'm going to talk to you and tell you what you just said is wrong, because obviously it was wrong. But shortly after that, she did leave the live, and Alan joined, and I'm pretty sure he just joined, looked at comments, and like got off, because I think it made him really mad, even more mad, to see and read what the comments were like that she was saying. So he just left. Shortly after that, I did get off live, and I contacted Musical.ly, and I told them what they said, what she said, how she was acting and everything. I have not actually checked if her account has been taken down or anything since then. I did message her on one of her videos and told her that if she ever says something like that about my son again, that she would not like me. And trust me, that's not a threat. I was not threatening her. I'm telling her as a mother that if she messes with my kid again, she's not going to like me. That is technically not a threat. I'm not threatening to like hurt her or anything. But I did message Musical.ly, and I don't know if her account was taken down or anything. Musical.ly told me that they would get in contact with me in like a week, and I have not heard anything from them. And it kind of irritates me because this is actually a very serious thing that had happened, and the fact that they don't get right on something like this is very, very concerning to me, because not only did she threaten a unborn child, she also threatened to kill herself. So I don't know where Musical.ly is going with this whole new update thing and everything, but I'm pretty sure that they need to start looking at more like important things like this. If they get comments like this and like reports about this kind of stuff, then making the app a little bit better. But anyways, I'm still very upset that that person did go and say something like that about my child, because 10 months being pregnant with this child is definitely not easy. I'm not going to have somebody sit here and call and tell my son that he needs to die. Like, that's not acceptable. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit all over the place. Again, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and since it's been a very long couple of days with me having on and off contractions, getting my room all back together and everything like that, finding videos and figuring out things and having my mind in the right straightforward focus to make a video is really hard. So I'm trying. Hopefully this video is good. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.